Bienvenidas, bienvenidos. Not only is it sweater weather, it is tuna time. And tuna is a fabulous ancestral superfood. We're going to talk about it today, but first, this is Latina Literati. Tunas are an ancestral superfood, superpower food, incredibly nutritious. In English, they're called prickly pears, and they come in yellows or oranges or reds, but they're so packed full of nutrition, vitamins, minerals, so many amazing things. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about the history. We know that thousands and thousands of years ago, the head of the Incan Empire said, "Prepare these for me." And so for at least 10,000 years, we've been enjoying prickly pears or tunas. Now, tunas are the fruit of the nopal or the cactus. So amazing that this wonderful superfood grows on a vegetable. The nopal is also sacred and important in our ancestral cuisine, but the tuna is just delicious. And some people juice it. I like to eat it just the way it is. And we'll talk about how best to pick it as well. You want to have a glove and preferably also a piece of newspaper. Why? Because they have these tiny little spikes, little kind of almost hair-like splinters that will get into your skin and they will hurt. So you want a glove, you want a newspaper, and then you just sort of twist it off the plant. It comes off quite easily. Some people use tongs and knives, but you know, I say the simplest way to do things is going to be the best. And so with a glove and a newspaper, you just take it off the fruit, and then you want to roll it around. You want to roll it around on grass or sand because that'll finish taking off all of the little splinters. Some people say to burn it. Again, I feel it's overcomplicating things. Just do what you need to do in grass or in sand so that the outside you have gotten rid of the splinters. Once you have gotten rid of the splinters, then you cut it in an eye. So you slice it in the middle, you slice it at the top, and you can just peel it open. Really, really simple and incredibly delicious. So why are tunas so important? You know, I feel that we need to remember what our grandmothers knew. And part of that was how amazing the superfoods were that they ate around them, that were around them in nature. And so tunas, like the nopal, are from this hemisphere. They're indigenous native to the Americas, to this hemisphere, but I've actually seen them all over the Mediterranean, for example, so obviously they've been taken everywhere. I'm not sure if they enjoy them as much as we do, but tunas are really, really good, and they're very good for you. So I wanted to share with you also some of the health benefits of these wonderful, sweet, tangy fruits. So here are 10 health benefits, at least 10 health benefits of the amazing tuna fruit or prickly pear. The first is that they contain a lot of potassium, and potassium relaxes the blood vessels, lowers blood pressure, and may help prevent heart attacks. Isn't that amazing? You eat the fruits and it helps you, and I think that's part of what our ancestral culinary tradition is all about, is the foods that are so good for us, that protect us from so many things. We need to go back and rediscover what those foods are. So that's number one. Contains potassium, may help prevent heart attacks. Tunas are also filled with fiber. And one of the things that's been found is that those people who eat a lot of tunas don't develop ulcers. So again, there is so many things. Heart and intestines are being protected when we ingest, when we eat these wonderful, wonderful fruits. In fact, I'm going to have one right now. So good. And the little seeds that they have inside, you know, again, traditional wisdom says that they clean you out, but they actually, what they do is help your digestive system. So not only are they protecting your digestive tract, but they're helping you in digesting foods and in ensuring that all your systems work properly. Amazing, just amazing, wonderful fruit. So the dietary fibers in tunas help peristaltic movement, and that means moving things down your digestion. And so that's another way that they help. They are also full of nutrition so that you feel fuller. So for example, if you can have a plate of tunas instead of a plate of some of these foods that are, I feel, imposed on us, that are fast foods that may have the same coloring. They may have this orange color, and they may be whatever called hot and spicy and all of these fast fried foods. Tuna is going to be far more nutritious. It's going to be so good for you, and it's going to help you feel full. So you won't want to eat as much. They kind of fall off the fork because they're very soft, but they're really good. Amazingly, tunas also have phytochemicals and the types of minerals that help you prevent things like age spots. So they are also considered anti-aging. I mean, if there couldn't be any more benefits to tunas, they are also helping you stay young. They also help your metabolism. They have things like riboflavin and B6 and other essential nutrients that help you at the cellular level. So these are your ancestors telling you, eat the foods that we taught you because they help you at the cellular level. Listen to your ancestors. What is the saying? We are the dream of our ancestors. We need to listen to them and eat the foods they taught us to eat. Not the fast food that the colonial imperial powers and corporatocracy want us to eat. We need to go back and eat our ancestors' food and reclaim the nutrition and the preventative qualities, curative qualities of these foods. The tuna, the humble tuna, the marvelous humble tuna, also is filled with vitamin C, and so it supports your immune system. If it wasn't enough, so many benefits to this fruit. The tuna also has flavonoids and antioxidants, and it helps rid your body of free radicals. And free radicals are one of the things that turn normal cells into cancer cells. So the tuna, amazingly, is also considered anti-cancer food. They have said that all orange foods are good for you in this respect, and these are beautiful orange colors. They look like fall sunsets. And of course, as you may know, 1 in 2 Latinas, Latinos that move north will develop diabetes. Why? Because we ingest the terrible foods that are imposed on us. The humble, wonderful, marvelous, delicious tuna helps lower glucose levels. Eating tunas is actually recommended as a way of preventing diabetes. So again, our ancestors are giving us a great big message. Eat our foods. Don't eat the modern processed junk. Go back to how our grandmothers ate. Mostly plant-based. Every once in a while, a little bit of meat, but mostly plant-based, and as much as you can from local sources. Your garden is the best, but local farmers markets also work. Really important to claim our power as we're coming into what I like to say, the new majority of melanin-enhanced, beautiful people. We need to be healthy. We need to show up and be our best. And one of the ways we do this is through nutrition. Not just Galen, not just Hippocrates. All of the famous ancient doctors said, let food be your medicine. And food is the first medicine. And tunas are crucial. They are an ancestral gift that we must enjoy. And you should enjoy because they're delicious. And I got so excited about tuna season that I wanted to share all of this information with you. And now for my favorite part of the video, the book recommendations. The first book I'm going to recommend is Healthy Foods Made Easy. So Latin comfort foods. So this is a woman who worked on the channel Telemundo, and she decided to write this beautiful bilingual book that talks about typical Latino foods but with a healthy twist. And so again, kind of going back to what our ancestors would have eaten, not including so many of the modern processed ingredients. We want to reclaim our health through our ancestors' traditions. And so this book talks about how to prepare typical Latino dishes with more simple processes and with healthier foods. So it's a great reference book if this is something of interest to you. And as always, check your library, your local bookseller. We love our libraries, we love our local booksellers, and we always include independent links below should you care to purchase the books new or used. The next book is called Healthy Rican, Put the Latin Spice in Your Healthy Life. So for all the Boricuas out there, Caribbean food, but in a healthy way prepared, and also enjoying the traditional foods of our grandmothers. I mean, I remember my great-grandmother in Puerto Rico would have tubers with every meal. What are tubers? They are things like plátanos, that's actually not a tuber, but things like malanga, things like yuca, all sorts of really delicious tubers with every meal. Separate and aside were, every once in a while meat, but it was mostly arroz con habichuelas and then these amazing collection of tubers that actually are traditionally from Africa. But anyway, I digress. So this is the Puerto Rican take on healthy foods, healthy lifestyle, traditional foods. I'm saving the best for last. The book Decolonize Your Diet is so much more than a cookbook. It literally reaches back hundreds of years to heirloom crops, to traditional dishes prepared in healthy ways to prevent disease, to keep us healthy. And so this book, I feel like, is an absolute must. If you're interested in completely relooking at the way that we nourish ourselves and those we love, if you want to be there longer for those that depend on you emotionally, you want to take care of yourself, and that begins with what we ingest, what we nourish our bodies with. Really recommend this book. It's a take on Mexican cuisine and what we can do to reclaim what our grandmothers knew. Wonderful, wonderful reads. As always, we would love you to subscribe to Latina Literati. Thank you so much for coming to the end of the video. Please enjoy. Let us know what you are preparing. What traditional foods do you like to prepare? Share what you're reading. What are you reading? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. As always, con mucho cariño, mucho salud, mucho amor. Muchas gracias.